Hello everyone. Welcome back to Old Charles today. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of American coins, and this time, we'll be exploring the asterisk 1974 United States half-dollar coin, a coin that not only holds monetary value, but also carries a strong piece of American history. Stay with me till the end, because we'll talk about its history, metal composition, varieties, condition grades, and how much this coin can actually be worth today. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar belongs to one of the most iconic coin series in American history, the Kennedy half-dollar series, first introduced in 1964. This coin was created as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in November 1963. The American public demanded a coin to honor his memory, and within just a few months, the U.S. Mint released the first Kennedy half-dollar in 1964. BY 1974, the design had already become a household symbol of respect and remembrance for the 35th President of the United States. The design of the 1974 half-dollar is both beautiful and symbolic. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the famous portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. It captures his youthful, confident appearance, a reminder of his legacy as a modern American leader. Above his head is the word Liberty, while beneath his chin, you'll see the date star 1974 star. The motto "In God We Trust" appears across the lower part of the coin. On the reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, we see the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings, holding an olive branch and arrows in its claws, surrounded by a ring of 50 stars. The words United States of America and half-dollar are beautifully engraved. Now, let's talk about what the coin is made of. The 1974 half-dollar was struck in asterisk copper-nickel clad, meaning it has an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. Unlike the 1964 version, which was made of 90% silver, the 1974 edition contains no silver. Now here's where things get interesting. The 1974 half-dollar had a massive mintage: Philadelphia Mint asterisk over 79 million coins. Denver Mint asterisk around 201 million coins. San Francisco Proof coins asterisk around 2.6 million. With such high production numbers, most 1974 half-dollars are not considered rare in circulated condition. However, special varieties and errors can be quite valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare varieties and minting mistakes. Some examples include 1. 1974 D double die obverse DDO asterisk. This variety shows doubling in the word "In God We Trust" and the date 1974. A clear double die example in high grade can sell $4.50 to $300, depending on condition. Point 2. Off-center strikes. Coins that were not perfectly aligned during minting may be off-center. Depending on the error percentage, such coins can fetch $20 to $100 or more. 3. Proof coins from San Francisco, 1974. These coins have a mirror-like finish and were made specifically for collectors. In perfect proof 70 condition, a 1974 half-dollar can be worth $15 to $40 when it comes to coin collecting. Asterisk condition is everything. A circulated 1974 half-dollar usually shows wear on Kennedy's hair and cheek. Uncirculated coins asterisk, with their sharp details and luster, are far more valuable. Graded coins asterisk certified by services like PCGS or NGC can command premium prices. Here are a few fun facts you might not know about the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. Even though it was minted in large numbers, the coin rarely appeared in everyday change because people tended to save them as souvenirs. The half-dollar's diameter is 30.6 mm and its weight is asterisk 11.34 gram. Some casino slot machines and vending machines once accepted the Kennedy half-dollar. So to sum it all up, the 1974 United States half-dollar is a common yet beautiful coin that honors President John F. Kennedy. While most are worth only their face value in circulation, collectors still love them for their historical significance and design. However, rare errors, high-grade examples, or proof coins can increase the value significantly, sometimes reaching $50 or even more in auctions. The story of the 1974 United States half-dollar begins with a moment of deep sorrow in American history. On November 22, 1963, The world was shaken by the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. Within hours of his passing, there was a strong public demand to create a permanent tribute to honor the 35th President of the United States, a man known for his charisma, leadership, and vision for a new era of hope. The U.S. Mint and the Treasury Department quickly began discussions about how best to commemorate him. After much consideration, it was decided that the half-dollar would bear Kennedy's image. This decision was made in part because the denomination was large enough to show fine detail, and the previous design, the Benjamin Franklin half-dollar, had only been in use since 1948, making it easier to replace. In 1964, just a few months after Kennedy's death, the first Kennedy half-dollar was released. The demand was overwhelming. People lined up at banks across the country, eager to own a piece of history. Most of those first coins never circulated. They were saved as keepsakes, souvenirs, and emotional mementos. The 1964 version was struck in 90% silver, but due to the rising cost of silver in the late 1960s, the U.S. Mint reduced the silver content to 40% from 1965 to 1970. Then, beginning in 1971, the coin's composition changed again, this time to a copper-nickel-clad design, which is the same material used. For dimes and quarters, by the time 1974 came around, the Kennedy half-dollar had already been in circulation for a decade. The 1974 issue was produced at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. The coin's obverse continued to feature John F. Kennedy's portrait, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displayed the asterisk presidential seal, an eagle with a shield, olive branch, and arrows designed by Frank Gasparo. That although the 1974 half-dollar was not rare, it holds historical significance as part of a continuing tribute to President Kennedy during a politically and socially complex era in America, the post-Vietnam War period, the Watergate scandal, and a time when the nation was redefining its leadership and identity. Interestingly, despite being minted in large numbers, over 280 million coins in total across all mints, the 1974 half-dollar did not circulate widely. Many Americans still viewed the Kennedy half-dollar as a symbolic coin rather than just currency. People tended to collect them rather than spend them. Even today, collectors see the 1974 half-dollar as a continuation of one of the most popular U.S. coin series ever made. One that represents honor, remembrance, and national pride. It's a coin that doesn't just carry the face of a president. It carries the spirit of an era, the memory of a leader, and the pride of a nation. Besides regular circulation coins, there were also proof versions of the 1974 half-dollar made at the San Francisco Mint. Identified by the S Mint mark, proof coins aren't made for spending. They're struck using special dies on polished planchets to create a mirror-like finish. When you look closely, the frosted portrait of Kennedy stands out beautifully against a deep, reflective background. Oils and dirt from fingers can cause discoloration. Always handle coins by the edges. Humidity and air can cause oxidation and toning. Store your freeholders or coin flips. Never clean a coin. Even gentle polishing can scratch the surface and significantly reduce its value. Collectors prefer coins in their natural state. If you have a 1974 half-dollar in good condition, keep it safe. Over time, coins in high-grade condition may increase in collector demand, especially those with mint errors or sharp details, as you can see. Even though most 1974 half-dollars are common, coins in excellent condition or with special features can become quite valuable. Thus, whether your 1974 half-dollar is worn from years of circulation or shines bright like it just left the mint, every coin tells its own story. The key to unlocking its full value lies in its condition, preservation, and sometimes even a little luck if you find a rare error variety.